Curious what it's like building synergy with Tim in terms of what he's looking for in a quarterback, what you guys are finding and who you're reaching out to. What did you guys find in the quarterback you signed today, and where you guys stand in terms of quarterback room? Do you want to add to that through the portal, through possibly a late signing?
Yeah, the first thing you knew with Tim is time, like a lot of meeting time, because Tim is going to talk a lot, which is one of his biggest strengths. And I'm not joking. I think, Rhett, how long was he with Tradon when he was here? 4.5 hours watching film and in the office. But that's why guys love Tim, because his passion, his energy. If you can't notice it and feel it, like, we're definitely on the wrong guy. But obviously we had a young man that was committed to us for a little bit over a year, who decommitted in the summer. And we had some guys on the board we felt good about. Probably Tim didn't want to hear at the time, but my biggest thing is let's be patient. Let's go into the season and let's see senior film with some guys. Right? There's going to be guys that rise. There's going to be guys that are schools where maybe the season's not going well and there could be some coaching changes. And I'm glad we did. We watched, 6 to 8 guys we kind of honed in on that we really presented to Tim. And I probably had Tradon as my top guy. He's a bigger kid, 6'4", 210 right now. Really live arm, really whippy arm, can really throw it. His stats, if you go back the last 3 years, are pretty gaudy. It's kind of incredible. But then to get a chance to meet the kid and talk to him, and that was a tough one because Boise State at the time they had their hooks into him pretty good, and we haven't really recruited Utah. That was the last guy we actually went out to visit in Utah was Zach Wilson, another quarterback. But the biggest thing was just really trying to build that relationship. And then once we got him here, just as Coach says, like once we can get a kid here, especially a quarterback or an offensive player, and you put him in front of Tim, like you feel pretty good about your chances. The same can be said for Mark, right? When we got Mark here last year in the winter, I knew about 2 hours into that meeting with Tim, all right, we're in a good spot. Like we're going to get this done. In terms of the quarterback room, right now we feel good with where it's at. We'd love to get Tradon here early. He's going to stay and play basketball this winter. I'm going to continue to poke him a little bit. Coach says we don't push guys to come early. I'm going to keep trying to push that one. We'll see what happens. But unless there's some type of movement in our room, we feel good about where we're at and we plan to roll with the guys we got in there.
Dave Michael, HawkeyeInsider.com. Got a nice little cornerback out of Omaha. I know his brother plays for Nebraska. His other brother was a media member here. But what are you kind of getting in Darian, his senior film, just says playmaker written all over that one?
Yeah.
And when did you guys really start honing in on him?
I can't wait for you guys to interview Darian because he's going to definitely be one of the best interviews in the class. If anybody's already talked to him, energy is through the roof, and he's just a great kid. Coach Woods has known that family for a long time, going back to Northwest Iowa, so we always knew about Darian. And thank God he's a diehard Hawkeye fan, so I'm not sure we're going to be able to sign Darian if he isn't, because you can see his senior film. This kid's pretty talented. He can run, he's long, he's a really smart kid. Again, there's a passion and energy he has that's unmatched anybody in this class. There's no doubt about it. We're excited to get him here. He'll be one of the 14 guys that will be here in January. I think last year when we played Nebraska here, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, you can fact check with Darian, I'm pretty sure he sat in the Nebraska family section because his brother's on the team wearing Iowa stuff. Like that's how much of an Iowa fan he is. Like I wouldn't recommend that, but that's who Darian is. But and you're not shocked because when you meet his brothers, his dad, his mom, you're not shocked at the type of kid he is. Really excited about him. I know Phil's excited about him. It'll be good to get him here and rolling.